David Benavidez is hoping to face Canelo Alvarez now that he's beaten Demetrius Andrade, and pros are putting their predictions in for the potential fight. Mike Tyson definitely thinks that Canelo might be past his prime, and he's giving the edge to David in this one. Mike stated, "Benavidez is my guy. I think he can beat anybody in the division. I love Canelo, but he's not going to beat him. He's a little past his prime. I think Benavidez could even beat the guy who beat Canelo, Benavidez." Canelo wasn't too happy to hear this prediction, and he made sure to point out that he's still in his prime. Canelo stated, they wish. It's not that easy. I'm still here." Jose Benavidez Sr. definitely seems to think that Canelo isn't the fighter that he used to be, and he thinks that Jose is wearing himself out. Jose stated, "I believe that if Canelo accepts a fight with Bivol at 175 pounds, I dare to say that Bivol can stop him. If we pay attention, and call me crazy, but we haven't seen the same Canelo since the fight with Plant. He's done a great job, he's been very active, but he's not had the time to rest. And age has been accumulating as well. I believe that, little by little, Canelo is wearing himself out in the gym." Deontay Wilder thinks that Caleb Plant gave Benavidez more of a challenge than Canelo would, but he still wants to see the fight. Deontay stated, "Too small. Canelo is too small for him. That's an easy fight for David, in my opinion. I think he's gonna wear him down even quicker. I think Caleb gave Benavidez a more challenging fight than Canelo would give him, but you never know until you know." Jake Paul thinks that Canelo has been avoiding David for quite some time.
A lot of boxers don't do this. This is why Canelo's not fighting Benavidez. Why would Canelo fight Benavidez, who's relatively unknown, and Benavidez beats him and Benavidez becomes overnight a superstar? That's Canelo's letting Benavidez make a name off of him.
Wait, so you're saying that you're going to make Conor?
Malik Scott really likes the idea of the fight, but he's worried that the fight might never happen. Malik stated, "I look at certain fighters and they remind me of, and I say this with all due respect, some gangster cartel. That's what Benavidez reminds me of, and I heard that they used to box each other and it was beautiful. Do you know what I would have done if I saw them in the gym together, sparring each other? I would get my notepad out and I would sit there with tons of humility and take notes. I would most definitely love to see Canelo fight Benavidez, but that may be something that has the Joshua Wilder effect too, the Riddick Bowe Lennox Lewis effect, a great fight that may not happen. In my opinion, because of Canelo. Absolutely, I favor Benavidez. Yeah. I would go with Benavidez in that fight, but I love Canelo. I love what he's doing." Roy Jones Jr. thinks that the fight will happen, but he thinks the winner will come down to whoever has more drive to get the money in the end. Roy stated, "It's a very good fight. It's not a walkover for either fighter. Both are really good fighters. Benavidez definitely has the work rate, which Canelo doesn't want to see right now. Because Canelo is a rich man who doesn't need anything, and it's hard for a rich man to get up and work every day. But because they're both Mexican, there's a pride thing there too. Right now, I think that Benavidez is the hungrier fighter with more to prove. He wants to get rich, whilst Canelo already is rich." Floyd Mayweather called Canelo out for avoiding the fight with Benavidez, but he hopes that it happens now too.
If it was up to me, like we keep on saying, we want to see Benavidez. Canelo, hell of a fighter, but my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez. You know, that's just my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to speak my mind. That's just what it is. We want to see Benavidez. Let's make it happen.
Oscar De La Hoya definitely thinks that David would do just fine against Canelo, and Oscar stated, "Yeah, I think he knocks him out. I really do think so. Benavidez is a monster. He throws literally an average of above 55 punches a round. Canelo and Charlo, in the first round, they threw one punch combined. So I'm just talking to you as a boxing expert, not as I hate Canelo or Benavidez. Those are the facts. That's reality on paper. Now what happens in the ring when the bell rings, I don't know. Just by studying boxing, the writing's on the wall. If Benavidez is gonna throw 50-plus punches around, then guess who's gonna win? I'm not sure how strong Benavidez' chin is. It hasn't really been tested. Canelo's been rocked. It all depends. If Canelo lands that one bomb he always throws, it's game over. But I think Benavidez, young, strong, versatile, he's gonna create problems. David Benavidez's wife definitely thinks that her husband is ready to take on a fighter like Canelo, and she's hoping that it happens next.
I would love to see the Canelo fight next. I think David is there, he deserves it, and he's just getting better and better, and I know that it's probably going to be more avoidable now, but he's ready and he deserves it, and I think today he put on a great performance, and we're here, we're ready.
Terrence Crawford is yet another pro who thinks that David is more than prepared to fight Canelo, and Terrence stated, "I mean, he's relentless. It's pressure, but it's smart pressure. He's coming behind his jab, throwing straight punches. He's going to the body up and down. He's just got to tighten up a little on his defense, but other than that, he's good. He's ready for Canelo." Showbiz the Adult called Canelo out to accept a fight against David since he's supposedly been ducking for quite some time.
I'm not somebody who is trying to prove that Canelo Alvarez is a scaredy cat. I know he's a warrior. He's one of the greatest fighters of all time. He's one of the greatest fighters today. And what we want is great fights to happen. And if he decides not to fight David Benavidez, we are all upset. So listen, Canelo Alvarez has to fight David Benavidez next. The Bivol fight isn't there. And this is for Mexican Independence Day. Do your #1 priority, and that's to defend yourself as the champion of the world undisputed and take on the ranked #1 Mexican.
Teofimo Lopez thinks that David did more than enough to land a fight with Canelo, and he thinks that the David everybody saw face Demetrius Andrade is the one to beat Canelo. Lopez stated, "He did great. Awesome job, man. I think he definitely showed that he is that guy in the division. He's so smart. The Canelo situation, it's a great matchup, great fight. This version of him beats Canelo. I like Canelo, man. He's a well-rounded fighter. However, if Canelo's not back to being light on his fight, then Benavidez can get this. Not saying it'll be easy, cause Canelo is smart. He'll break his arms. If both can understand and master that, then we win at the end, the fans." Sean Porter is hoping that David gets the chance to beat Canelo now that he's seen him handle business with Demetrius.
That style, is that the one which is needed to defeat Canelo?
Absolutely. I don't even want to talk about that fight. I respect the Canelo. Benavidez is bigger than Canelo. Simple as that. He needs to go ahead and say, I'm bigger than Canelo. Canelo needs to fight me.
Outside of Canelo, who would you like to see Benavidez face?
Great question. It's almost time. It's about time to move up. It's about that time, man. You know, I don't think he needs any more experiences, you know. I think he's got all the experience he needs. I mean, clearly we can see him coming into his prime. I'm sure people would imagine he's in his prime right now. I don't think so. I think he's coming into it, you know, so it's about time for 175.
As for David, he's more than prepared to fight Canelo, and he hopes that he gets the chance to show it now. David stated, "To be honest with you, I don't know. I've been the #1 contender for the past 2 years. I beat Caleb Plant on March 25th, and I thought the Canelo fight was gonna happen after that. But, you know, at this point of time, I can't keep trying to predict what Canelo's next move is gonna be. In my mind, I'ma just keep taking care of business, and I'm not going anywhere. I'ma keep beating these guys, knocking them down, and then a fight with me and Canelo is gonna be inevitable. He's gonna have to see me one day. By the time I get to the Canelo fight, it's gonna be another pay-per-view fight, so I'ma be extremely comfortable. Like I said, it's gonna be one of the greatest fights in Mexican history. So I'm looking forward to it. Patience is the key. I'm training hard, I'm working hard, and whenever that fight comes, I will be victorious." If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos on the screen right now.